is the North End. This is the North End.
Hello there, North Enders. This is Brian Ireland. I am here to talk about Spurs v Wolves, the GBU, otherwise known as the good, the bad, and the ugly. And there's about a lot of the ugly and a lot of the bad. But first, make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and smash that like button. Helps us with the channel, helps the channel grow. Really appreciate your support, and thank you for doing so. And now let's get into it. All right. So let's start with the good. Obviously, the good for Spurs v Wolves was a first half performance, arguably that's been better than what we've seen this season from Spurs. Our first half performances have been atrocious. We've been really, really poor in the first half. Usually the second half is when we sort of come into the game and our fitness comes to fruition and we end up, sort of taking over the game that we're in. Sadly, the opposite happened in this game. The first half was good. We controlled the game. We hit the post a couple of times. There were chances created. It looked like very, very comfortable. Obviously, when you don't take your chances, you can get hurt in this league, and that's eventually what ended up happening. But the first half performance was sort of refreshing from a Spurs perspective, considering what we've experienced this season so far. Now, that was kind of the only good. There wasn't a heck of a lot much else to talk about. Hitting a post a couple of times is sort of refreshing as it is, and seemingly like we're going to get on the front foot and go on and win a game. That's not what happened. So let's get into the ugly. First of all, the ugly, again, what I just said, essentially not taking your chances. When you have opportunities of what we had, Heung-Min Son hit the post, I think twice, and there were other moments where the ball coming in from Perisic, the ball coming in from Porro, the sort of just the clinical nature of what's required in this league to finish and to get a win wasn't there. It just wasn't there. As much as we played well, controlled the game, and possession was ours, that didn't really get much else from that. And that was unfortunate. That was really sort of bit us in the ass inevitably. I think that the next thing to talk about, and I think this was really, really a struggle for me watching, is what we saw from Wolves in the second half. Is that I think they're 5 substitutions. I think they got through all 5 at one point by probably about the 65th minute, which is a bit risky from their perspective. But from our perspective, there was very little response. I don't think our first sub came on until the 70th minute. So, they changed the game when they did that. You had the likes of Adama Traore coming on, who eventually scored the winning goal and changed the game. And they changed their midfield, they changed their system, and we did not respond with substitutions that we needed to. We slowly, methodically did the exact same thing we've been doing every game, with the same substitutions in the same positions, playing a like for like, not changing our system enough to change the game and to get back into it. Harry Kane, not dropping deep enough in this game for me, and seemed a little off of it to some extent, but it was also marked out of the game well from their perspective. I think he didn't really see a lot of the ball because he was being man marked for the entire game, and was done really well. I think he got his first proper chance probably in the 75th minute, which wasn't enough, and we needed more than that. So yeah, the last one, and I think this one, unfortunately, it's a frustrating one, because we're supposed to be a team with a ton of fitness, the way the manager runs the team out in practice, but we ran out of steam. We ran out of steam in probably, I started to see it around the 65th, 70th minute, and then it took a while for those subs to happen. And arguably this is because we had a midweek game. It seems to me Conte struggles with these, so this is obviously part of his history. And anything anybody ever says negative about Conte, it's that he can't play more than one game a week. And we saw that at other clubs where he struggled in the Champions League. He struggles in cups. Spurs lost to Sheffield United 1-0 in the cup away from home, 4 days earlier before this. So some of the players that came in and started this game were rested, but it still seemed like the team was lethargic. And towards this, like I said, towards the 65th, 70th minute, we didn't have it. We didn't have enough to come back into the game. The chances weren't created. Their game management, Wolves' game management was good, and our management was poor. And I think we got to give Credit where it's due when it's done well, but also a criticism when it isn't. In this case, I think Conte and Stellini, because it is the two of them working together, got the management wrong in this situation, both at Sheffield and then the response to it here at Wolves. And the players weren't up for it, and the substitutions were wrong, and there was a lot that went wrong. Now, the ugly here is the thing that really, really upsets me, and probably most Spurs fans, is the opportunity missed. This is a trait, a Spurs trait, and there's the everybody calls the Spursy. There's reason for that. We get into cup finals, we get into cup semis, and we bottle it. We can't get over the line. That's it's there for a reason. And this is another sort of element of that. I hate it. I don't want to talk about it like this, but I think if you're a Spurs fan, you understand it. But it obviously drives you nuts. It's an opportunity missed. We need to stay in that fourth position. I hate that that's what we're fighting for, because there's not really a trophy that we're going to get this season now, having gone out of the FA Cup the way we did. Champions League, we're in it still, but come on, not with the football we're playing that we're going to get any further. If we beat Milan next week, I'd be shocked with the current form. But it's a missed opportunity in the league to at least solidify a fourth place. I get it. There's still a lot of football to be played. This doesn't solidify it per se. But after this is being recorded on Sunday, post the Man U getting spanked by Liverpool, and those are the two teams going to be around us. And Newcastle's obviously in that conversation as well. Liverpool 5 games in a row unbeaten, 7-0 to United today, and United side who had been playing very good, but I think maybe there's a little post-trophy hangover there, and they'll probably kick off again and be fine and stay ahead of us. And Liverpool are 3 points behind with the game in hand. So they would have been 6 points behind with a game in hand, and still with a bit of a cushion and potential to, especially with the run of games we've got coming up. It's not a difficult run. Having said that, we just lost to Sheffield and lost to Wolves. So, I mean, it's difficult for Spurs, let's be honest. Anyway, that's been the good and the bad, the ugly. Thanks for watching. This is Brian, your Spurs fan. Make sure you like and subscribe, as we said earlier. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon. Ciao.
This is the North End. This is the North End.